Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a wonderful new box on brilliant classics of Nordic symphonies. It's somewhat random. These are all licensed from elsewhere, but there's some really good performances in here. There really are. And, so it's a 10 CD set. I mean, they have more Nordic symphonies they could have stuffed in here, but what you get the most important Nordic symphonies, in other words, the complete Sibelius and Nielsen cycles. Now, the Sibelius cycle, these are both rather known quantities. The Sibelius cycle is the Berlin Symphony Orchestra Kurt Sanderling Sibelius edition, all the symphonies. And Sanderling's performances are mostly very good, but a little bit hit and miss. They've got really good string playing, which matters a lot in Sibelius. The first two symphonies, which of course are the more juicy and romantic ones, are done, I think they're lacking a little bit of intensity. They're kind of Germanic. It's not that Sanderling wasn't good in in romantic music. He was, but he was a German romantic guy. And so the first, I think, is a little stiff and needs more timpani. The second goes a little better. The rest of them are pretty fine all the way through. And the fourth is particularly good. It's dark and gnarly and mean and nasty, as you would expect, coming from a dark and gnarly and mean and nasty German conductor, kind of. And there's you also get like other bits here that came with the original cycle, which of course are nowhere listed. So we're going to go through this stuff. It's just easier. So what have we got here? Symphony number 1, on Saga in Finlandia. On Saga, they need more bass than on Saga. I mean, the performances just need bass. They really need bass. In those days, they didn't really know what bass was, so it was a problem. And then, the Night Ride and Sunrise. Fantastic performance of that. Really marvelous. Then we've got the Nielsen cycle, featuring the Janáček Philharmonic Orchestra under Theodore Kuchar. Surprisingly good. Idiomatic, because it's Kuchar, who's a wonderful conductor, really, in just about everything he does. And so, even though the orchestra may not be the best orchestra in the world, their performances are just idiomatic and exciting, and they have the intensity and the rhythmic vitality and élan. That's the word. I never used that word. The rhythmic élan. They have élanicity. So it's a very good Nielsen cycle, and I've talked about it before. Then we have 3 discs left, because that gets us up to 7 discs of the 10. This one, now we've got, Svendsen Symphonies with the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra under Bjarte Engset, yes. These are very nice performances, lovely performances of 2 very pretty symphonies. I mean, Svendsen was a basically dull, not terribly characterful, conservative romantic composer who's best known as a friend of Wagner, something like that. But and his tone poems are terrible. But the symphonies are nice pieces. They're lovely pieces, much better than Grieg's symphony, which is here anyway. And then we've got Alfven Symphonies 1 and 3 with the Royal Scottish National Orchestra under Nicholas Villen. These were on Naxos. They did the whole cycle. They really should have just used all the Alfven symphonies, because they actually had the Bis Alfven cycle. Was on Brilliant Classics, the whole thing. And it's quite marvelous. It was with Nimi Järvi, right, I think. And then we've got, Stenhammar 2. Oh, this is wonderful. The Royal Scottish National Orchestra under Peter Sundqvist. Very good performance. That's from Naxos. And the Grieg Symphony with the Malmö Symphony Orchestra and Bjarte Engset. Oh, it is Engset. That's what I thought. So why did they misspell him? Bjarte Engset. It's Engset. I knew it. Here we go. Why not spell him 2 different ways? Make my life easy. Why not? So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a little bit scattershot in terms of the repertoire selection. There are many other wonderful Nordic symphonies, of course, including Dagfjären, who I think is just amazing, and Ture Rangström, and of course Atterberg, and yes, there are many Nordic symphonies they could do. But for a starter kit, a 10 CD set at a very reasonable price, containing, virtually no weak links. They're all good performances, good solid performances that are well worth your time and attention, and the price is a good one. So all things considered, I'm in favor of this set for certain people, and those people know who they are. For those of us who are like hardcore collectors who have all this stuff already, obviously you don't need it again. But if you're just starting out, you want a nice Sibelius and Nielsen cycles. Let's put it that way. Good ones, solid ones to get yourself going. Give it a shot. It's worth considering. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me, and take care. Let me see if I can find out how to turn this off. Oh my goodness. You know how you do that sometimes, like you're on the ThinkPad here and the little pointer up? There it is. Now I can leave. Take care.